Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, there I was in my last video talking about I'm going to make different videos and it's going to look a little bit different. Oh my god, I didn't know what was going to hit me next. As you may have seen from the title, I found out that I was pregnant. Yes guys, I am with child. I am having a baby soon, 2022, and I've decided to record a video about it, or videos about it. I don't know if I'm going to be able to give a different perspective from a pharmacist's point of view, but I just thought it was something that I would like to share. I watched so many of these videos and I was just more than happy to just put my own out there, because it really helped me get through that period of just not knowing what was to come, and even knowing and just still being curious as to what everyone else went through, because every single person has a completely different journey to the next person. But yeah, I'm just here to do my first trimester recap, tell you how my first trimester has been. I'll tell you about how I found out, how I felt during the 2-week wait, how my symptoms have been, what has been helping, what hasn't helped. Symptoms of pregnancy: I'm always burping and I'm always almost regurgitating. And half the time I sound like I'm out of breath, and I'm currently about 13 weeks and 4 days. So a first trimester recap is ideal, and I'll be showing you my belly. Guys, my stomach is massive. My stomach is humongous. I didn't have the flattest stomachs before I got pregnant, and I wasn't really expecting it to be this big by this point, even though I kept looking for a bump. Like every week I'll be like, oh my god, I think I see a bump. There's a bump. Oh my god, everyone look at my bump. But no, not really. But now my stomach's getting big and I'm like, oh my god. It just came up out of nowhere, that bump, or this bump that I have. But nevertheless, I'm grateful, I'm happy, and I will just get straight into the video. So if you're new here, my name's Faith and I make pharmacist related content, and I sometimes do hair videos, and this is different to my regular, but it's something that I'm happy to put in the mix of my videos. So if you enjoy videos like this, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and yeah, let me know what you think. So let's get into the tea. What happened? How did we get here? How did we end up here? I would say this was unexpected. This was definitely unexpected. So I would get into how I found out. So I'm someone who tracks my cycles, though I've never been pregnant before, but I just knew how my body sort of worked. Partly because I'm extremely curious, and I was just very curious about the female body for a long time. So over the years since I've had my periods, I've just monitored how my body works, and I know when my periods are coming. I know how I feel when I'm ovulating. I know my symptoms week by week up until the point where I get my period, and then we start the process all over again. So I knew all of that, and yeah, I've been married for going on 4 years now. So it's been a period of, I haven't used any contraception. TMI. Actually, disclaimer, there's going to be quite a bit of TMI in this video. I'll try not to make it too TMI, but if you don't like hearing TMI things or things about the female body, you might want to click off this video at this point. But yeah, you might be hearing a little bit of TMI, but if you're interested in all that stuff, please just stay. I'll try and not make it too TMI, but yeah, we'll talk about some of those things. So I know my body to a good extent. I know when I get my periods, I know my ovulation dates, I know all that stuff, and I've always used Flow app to track my cycles. Track. I've always used the Flow app to track my cycles. Granted, I don't really know what's going on. I've never been pregnant, so I don't really know, and I've not done any medical checkups to check whether I'm fit to be pregnant. So there's always been all these doubts, right? I've been married for 4 years and I never got pregnant. So there's always been all these doubts that what if when I actually try, it doesn't work out? Or what if it takes me like 3 years for me to get pregnant? Fine, people have periods and they struggle to get pregnant. There's lots of people that it takes them months and months to get pregnant. And there's people who get pregnant by accident. I've been married for almost 4 years. I've never been pregnant by accident. So there's just been 1,000,001 thoughts going on in my mind. And so we had a little bit of a occasion, something happened. Didn't use it. I haven't ever used any contraception, so but I wasn't really expecting to get pregnant. I was thinking if at all I started trying, it would take me like maybe 6 months or a year. I'd already made peace with that. I don't know why I thought that. There was no indication whatsoever that that would be the case, honestly. But I don't know, for some reason I just thought it will take me a little while. So that happened, and I wasn't even thinking I would get pregnant. Ugh. And it was for me a little bit of a strange timing because I'd literally started a job 2 weeks before I started to suspect that I might be getting pregnant. So like I said, I'm very curious. So my curiosity leads me to just be very curious about the smallest change in my body. So if my cycle is delayed for 2 days, I understand why. In a lot of cases, it could be maybe I've been stressed or I've just changed something, I've changed a routine, but usually it's like spot on. So I got to a point where I ovulated and it was fine. A few days after ovulation, normally at this point, I won't be having much symptoms. I don't get a lot of symptoms until like a week before my period, then the PMS symptoms start. And then like 3 or 4 days post ovulation, or 5 days post ovulation, I've got my notes here, so I'll be looking down. So 5 days post ovulation, I started cramping. I'm like, this is unusual. For someone who knows her cycle and knows her body so well, I was like, yeah, this doesn't feel right. And then I was bloated and I had constipation, but I didn't really think too much of it. Something in the back of my mind was telling me, could something be going on? 6 days post ovulation, 6 days post ovulation, the cramps had reduced, and I was thinking, okay, fine, probably one of those things. But then at some point in the day, I felt so dizzy, and I was like alarm bells everywhere. Oh my god, it was crazy. I was panicking. I was calling my friend. I was like, I'm feeling dizzy. I think I might be. Oh my god. And he's like, it's way too early for you to even know if you are. 7 days post ovulation, I started feeling really warm, and we were in the winter months at that time, so everyone was cold. So we'll be in a room where everyone's freezing, and I'll just be like, it's fine, I'm warm. And I'm usually the cold person in the room. I'm usually that person that's like, please can you turn on the heater and put on max. And I was so warm and I was feeling dizzy that day, and that was when my alarm bells proper went off. I was like, yeah, something's not right. And that same day I started feeling like slight twinges in my belly. So it was not cramped, it was like a twinge. I don't know how to describe a twinge. I know what cramping feels like. Cramping feels like someone's like wringing your stomach. A twinge just felt like a little bit of an electric wave going through my stomach, and then there was a lot of pulling sensations. There was a lot of pulling, and I was like, this is a bit odd. So it felt like someone was pulling my stomach downwards. So yeah, then I started thinking, oh crap, could I be pregnant? Because this could be like implantation. I was looking out for bleeding. There was no implantation bleeding. I was like, fine, not yet. But then the curiosity in me was like, I need to find out ASAP. So I bought 1,000,001 pregnancy tests, and I was testing like a mad person. There are days where I took about 3 pregnancy tests. So 7 days post ovulation, I did the tests. 8 days post ovulation, I did tests. They were negative. I was still having a little bit of these symptoms: the cramping, the twinging, and the feeling warm when everyone else is feeling cold. 9 days post ovulation, test came back negative. 10 days, like literally I was having sleepless nights. I'll be sleeping on waiting for it to be morning so I can get that juicy early morning urine, so I can dip it and just make sure or find out what's going on with my body. So I kept getting negative until like 10 days. I watched so many videos where a lot of people got their positive pregnancy results at 10 days, and then on the 10th day I woke up so early that day, I think about 4 a.m. All this while I didn't even let my husband know I was testing anything, because knowing him, he'll probably just be like, oh my god, why are you so stressed? Just wait until the actual time and test properly, which ideally would be after I've missed a period. But the curiosity in me would not rest. I just needed to know. So 10 days post ovulation, I took the first pregnancy test. I don't know why I took a digital test when he clearly said it's only about 50% accurate up until about 11 days, no, up until about a day after missed period. So I took a digital and he said not pregnant, and I was like, oh, fine, whatever. And then I was like, well, I have a spare early response test at home. I'll just waste them and then I'll stop bothering myself about this testing nonsense. I'm tired. Like at this point, I've taken almost 20 tests between 7 days post ovulation and 10 days post ovulation. So let me just waste all these tests. So I was going into the shower and I dipped the ultra early detection test into the wee and I put it aside, and as it was running through, I swear I saw a line, but I was like, no, I don't want to look at it. So I dropped it down. I went to go and shower, and when I got back from showering, I just picked it up and I could see a faint line. I was like, and I cried ugly tears. I don't know if I should include the clip of me, because I actually recorded myself, because I've always wanted to record myself finding out that I'm pregnant. For some reason, I don't even know. I recorded so many videos because I took so many tests, but that one, I was in my towel, I just come back from shower, and I was crying ugly ass tears because there was a lot of emotions going through me when I found out. It was crazy. I have to do like more tests later just to confirm. And it was a sweet moment, but it was still filled with a lot of anxiety for a few reasons, my job inclusive. I was just a bit anxious. I've only just started a job. How do I tell them I'm pregnant? And if you want me to talk about that part, let me know and I will make a separate video. So yeah, I found out I was pregnant. I cried a lot. I told my closest friends and started to think about how I was going to break my news to my husband. And yeah, that was the story of how I found out. So a recap, my first symptoms were stomach cramps, bloating, constipation. I had dizziness and I had belly twinges, and I felt really warm when everyone else was cold. And then I eventually found out I was preggo. So I'm going to split this video into part 1 and 2. If you've got to the end of this, part 2 will be coming shortly, and part 2 will be my actual first trimester symptoms. So by the point you find out you're pregnant, I was about 3 weeks and a few days, because I found out really early. By the time it was my missed period, I would have been 4 weeks. So I found out at 3 weeks and about 5 days, or 3 weeks and 4 days, which was really, really early, but it was quite interesting to know. And actually, after finding out, I still took about 4 more pregnancy tests, because the curiosity and the disbelief in me was like, what? How? Like, what? Like, huh? Excuse me? You say what? I'm pregnant? Huh? But yes, so excited to take you guys along this journey. I'm not going to post too many videos about it, so there'll only be a few. But this will be my first trimester recap and finding out I am pregnant. And I will show you my bump in my first trimester recap video. So tune in for that video when I drop it. So that will be coming up shortly. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this, and I hope you are doing well. Please don't forget to thumbs up, like, comment and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I look forward to seeing you in my next videos.